Next, from Chicago, Secretary of State Jesse White is joined by high school students as he urges students throughout the state to register as organ donors. This runs about 15 minutes.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jesse White. I serve as your Secretary of State, and I run the Organ and Tissue Donor Program. And I'd like, before we begin, to identify some of the people who are with me today. We have Jacob, Maddie, and Kathy Lindsey, Sean Gardiner, Maggie Gamble, Genesis Martinez, Maddie Leach, Jack Lynch from Gift of Hope, Kevin Lee, Mid-America Transplant, Connie Boltman, Director of the Organ and Tissue Donor Program for the State of Illinois, and Eversight Kidney Foundation. Every April, we come together to unveil our new organ and tissue donor campaign in order to increase registration and, of course, do all we can to get involved with this life-saving effort. This year's spot focuses on how teenagers are making a difference across our nation. They are making their voices heard and people are listening. Here in Illinois, they are expressing their intentions to help others when they sign to become a part of the Organ and Tissue Donor Program. As of January 1 of this year, a new law went into effect allowing 16 and 17-year-olds to register for the state's Organ and Tissue Donor Registry when they receive their driver's license or their state ID. So far this year, more than 11,500 young people have registered. We are proud of these youngsters and are proud of their efforts to help save lives. Nearly 5,000 people on the waiting list as we speak, and each year about 300 people die because the organs have not arrived in a timely manner. We ask that when you're alive and well, give blood. When you're no longer here, give organs. And when you've done those two things, you've made a positive impact upon society, considering the fact that one person can provide life or improve the quality of life for 25 individuals. Currently, there are 6.4 million Illinoisans who have registered to become a part of the Organ and Tissue Donor Program. Illinoisans can register by going on my website, www.lifegoeson.com, www.lifegoeson.com, or they can go to their telephone, 1-800-210-2106, 1-800-210-2106, or they can come to one of my 138 Secretary of State facilities and indicate that they'd like to become a part of this wonderful program. Today's teenagers are making their mark and proving that our future is bright. Now, let's watch this year's commercial.
Teenagers are making a difference, gaining respect, and changing the future. Here in Illinois, the future is now. 16 and 17-year-olds can now register to be organ tissue donors in Illinois. Nearly 5,000 people in our state need a life-saving organ, and about 300 people die every year waiting. Be part of the solution. Join the Illinois Secretary of State's Organ Tissue Donor Registry. Register at lifegoeson.com. Adolescentes están cambiando el futuro. Aquí en Illinois, el futuro es ahora. Los jóvenes de 16 y 17 años pueden ya inscribirse como donantes de órganos y tejidos. Casi 5,000 personas necesitan un órgano para salvar sus vidas. Sé parte de la solución. Únete al registro de donantes de órganos y tejidos de la Secretaría de Estado de Illinois. Regístrate en lifegoeson.com.
Thank you. Please, I'd like to welcome to the microphone Jacob Lindsey and his sister Maddie to talk about their journey when it comes to the Organ and Tissue Donor Program.
Hello, I'm Jacob Lindsey. 3.5 years ago, our family had a horrible tragedy. Our father passed away suddenly, very suddenly. He had a brain tumor that we didn't know about. One day, life was perfect, and the next, everything had changed. Our entire reality was shaken to its core. And one of the things that people who haven't really experienced death is that you don't realize that in that moment there really is no hope, because there's no coming back from that. And but something that organ donation does is it brings hope back to us and our families. We had the chance to meet the people who our father saved with his organs, and that was something that is unimaginable. It fills you with a sense of honor and servitude and just a feeling of being human. And now that this law is in place that allows 16 and 17-year-olds to donate organs, which is something that's greatly needed and will provide not only life-saving organs, but organs that can improve the lives for everyone among us, now the ball is in the people's court. You're able to do this, so you should. And, I mean, once you pass away, you don't need them anymore. So pass it on. Save somebody's life. Improve somebody's life. I promise that you won't regret this. It will be one of the greatest things you ever do. So I call upon everybody to go out and register to be an organ donor and be a lifesaver. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jacob. We had the great pleasure of visiting his school, and there were a lot of young people there who wanted to become a part of this program, and they've signed up. So joining with us today is Genesis Martinez. She'd like to talk about the organ and tissue donor program. Genesis?
Being able to donate is one of the most amazing things that one could do. And it's just another opportunity to help out. And now, since youth are making a difference, making a change, it's just another opportunity for youth to get involved and be a part of society and contribute to society. In Spanish. Okay. Ahora estamos viendo a los jóvenes contribuir más a la sociedad, y esta es otra oportunidad para jóvenes dar vida, dar un cambio, y ahora estamos viendo a los jóvenes hacer cambio en el gobierno, en todos aspectos de la sociedad, y esta es otra oportunidad para los jóvenes contribuir a la sociedad.
The void that's being filled by these young people is highly commendable. Many times, individuals fall into the category of buying into the myths that are out there. They'll say, when I'm on life support, the doctor's not going to put forth a genuine effort to save me. Well, your doctor has a commitment to you and to you only. Or they may say, oh, they'll sell the organs. Well, we don't sell organs in this country. Or they may say that because of religious reasons, I choose not to participate. Well, all of the religions in the Western world support the organ and tissue donor program. Or they may say, I may not look good in my going away. Well, morticians have it down to a science. They know how to make the body look presentable. So please, don't buy into the myths. Sign up, become a part of this wonderful program. These young people have, so to speak, taken the bull by the horns. They're moving forward with it. I applaud, commend, and thank them for their commitment to making a difference in the lives of the people in this wonderful state of ours, and of course, this nation as well. Our future is bright. Any questions?
What is the risk, Jesse, for the total number of Illinoisans who could sign up but haven't so far?
What is the number of them?
Yeah, the number.
I don't have the
All across America, teenagers are making a difference.
I guess you're getting your answer.
That would be nice to know, because I'm just wondering what percent of those haven't signed up yet who could.
Close to 40%.
Yeah.
Close to 40%.
We're at about 60%. We're about 61 to 62% overall.
Can you go to the
Come on. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Dan Leitz. I'm one of the coordinators for the organ donor program. We're about 61 to 62% of all people that are eligible to sign up for this program have signed up for this program.
Pretty good. That's higher than I expected.
Correct, yeah.
Mr. Secretary, can you talk about, do other states have their youngest drivers already in the donor?
There are
How was Illinois, how did that process work that it took longer time to get those?
Well, first of all, I run the largest Secretary of State office in the nation. And normally people contact us asking us how we were able to arrive at the conclusion of this particular subject or area. And so we're usually at the forefront. And this time we needed to make sure that we were legally bound by allowing these 16, 17-year-olds to participate in this program. So the lawyers had to meet, and they all agreed that if by chance a youngster happens to pass away and their organs need to be harvested or they wanted to be harvested, the parents would be contacted and they would make the final decision as to whether those organs could be harvested or not. So that was the hoop that we had to jump through. We've jumped through it, and we're moving forward. We applaud, commend, and thank these young people for their commitment to this wonderful program.
Maybe one of the teams can step up and answer this, but is this something that you have talked to your friends and classmates about? What's the conversation like amongst you and your peer group when they go get their license? Is this something you brought up to your friends?
Yeah, and actually, I gave a speech last year here as well, pushing for it, and that in itself brought about a lot of people from my school and a lot of close friends, including two of them right here, to go out and register. And the thing that I want to emphasize too with that is it wasn't so much that, you know, it was another teenager saying it, but a close friend. And that's one of the things that people out there need to realize by talking to people and your friends and your family about signing up for this and believing in it. That's what makes the biggest push, is the individuality of it. Because, you know, a lot of people don't know me. I'm just up here talking at a podium. So really, you can make a difference by going out and talking and making a point about it and bringing it up. Because really, it's not a lot of work either. You're not going out there and, you know, volunteering every weekend. You're going online and filling out a form that takes 2 seconds, and it can make all the difference in the world to somebody. It could literally save a life. So really, just advocating for it is huge among the teenagers, and just talk. That's the biggest thing that teenagers and all people alike need to do. You need to talk. So.
And what do you say to your friends when you talk about becoming a donor? How do you sell it to them?
Well, I like to believe that most people they want to be selfless, and that's what this is. It's a selfless act. And we all want to make a difference in somebody else's life. So that's mainly what I say. I say, you can make a difference for somebody. You could save a life. I mean, I met the man who has my father's lungs, and one of the things that he talked about was how he used to have to constantly have an oxygen mask on. And now, with these lungs, he can go outside and play with his grandchildren. He can go outside and, you know, play catch and go for walks. And it makes a difference. And I know not everybody out there has the same story and experience that I do. But even just by, you know, talking and discussing about how you're doing a good thing, inherently good human thing, it could really inspire somebody to go out and sign up, which is life-saving.
And was it your father's story that encouraged you to become a donor?
Yes, and the experience that we had with Gift of Hope and just the whole organ donation community. We really saw how it truly does change and save lives in the community. So, yes.
What's the hardest thing you found in trying to talk somebody into becoming a donor?
Well, like Secretary of State said, the myths that kind of get created and spun around the organ donation community, a lot of people just haven't been educated in it, and thankfully that's changing. And like I said, that changes with talking about it, and with events like this, and with the legislature that was passed that allows 16 to 17-year-olds to register. That really is making a huge difference for everything. And discussing what it is and what it does convinces people, because there really is no reason not to do it. So it's the myths that really set us back, and that's all by talking and discussing everything.
No, he's a bright star. When we think about a hero, we think about the doctor at the Loyola Medical Center who gave her patient her kidney. And we think about the teacher down in New Lenox, Illinois, who gave her student her kidney. And then I coach a team called the Jesse White Tumblers, and one of my tumblers was shot and killed coming out of the Ford City Mall Theater. And as it turned out, 6 of his organs were donated, so 6 individuals got a second chance at life or help to improve their quality of life. So there's a lot to be said about this program. So we ask everyone within the sound of my voice, if you have not signed to become a part of the organ and tissue donor program, please do so, because one person can provide life or improve the quality of life for 25 individuals. Thank you.